That was a very stressful release of stuff, but fortunately, there have not been that many problems, so that's good.
Oh, your client stuff.
Yeah, one of my clients had a fairly big release today. So
I totally did not read a bunch of academic articles on moderation in Reddit and Discord.
hey, someone's got to do it, right?
It's close enough. I'll start putting barriers around the podium.
I didn't read
Oh,
those
I should probably come
papers.
online.
I didn't read those papers, Kelly, because they required me to log in to an ACM account.
Oh. I guess it was
And-
only because I was able to access to my university then.
Oh, ACM. Fun.
Maybe.
Maybe I should download the PDF and share it that way.
I don't think that's legal.
Do you think?
ACM? Yeah,
First
usually
of
have
all,
like a
it says you
subscription.
can use it for personal use, and this counts as professional development. I mean, personal development, right?
Well, personal use usually does not mean redistribution, so that's a special permission. I generally like my personal rule is like because like I published a couple of my papers from college on my website, and I'm like I personally allow people. It's like if you have a friend, you can send them the PDF without contacting me, but that's certainly not something that everybody does.
Yes, hi, Chief, for getting a spleef arena.
We're doing the ISM in a spleef arena.
Yes.
Right, in which case I need to get online.
Yes.
Sorry,
I'm right now
I've
getting a
not
barrier
been on the
block set
server
up.
much. I've discovered Euro Truck Sim,
Oh no.
and all the mods. It still annoys me that Leeds is not in the game, even with mods.
All right, we got 1 minute to go. So Skelly and Frumple, if you're going live, now will be the time to make sure that you're live.
Technically, you're already live, and the mic's hot, so whatever.
Oh no. Okay,
Oh,
correction.
no.
It is okay. Correction. Leeds is in the game, but it's near it's near Cardiff. Somehow.
Oh, 5 seconds here, and then we'll get started.
I don't think I missed a spot. I've got a good square around it.
Oh wait, Yoshi, did you just wake up?
Well, I guess we'll get started. Hi, Yoshi.
Hello.
Hi, Yoshi.
Morning. Okay, let's get this started. Very little public attendance here today, but that's fine. We'll get our bureaucracy done. This is the what month is it? March 2020 infrastructure staff meeting. And we got a few things and one thing that got removed at the very end because reasons. So we'll start with a bunch of roads.
Roads.
Frog and Fork want to build more roads.
I'm not a fan of the numbering. I don't think we need to go to 4 numbers yet.
I agree.
I put a suggestion of the roads numbers I put, which was mainly just to take out the zeros of each of them and just go with that.
Yeah, that seems fine if you just change the numbers.
Yeah, I put a suggestion of what I was suggesting. I know Skelly actually had a comment about the town.
No, CC, the suggestion is not visible to public.
Yeah,
suggestion is to use the road numbers B221 through B223.
Yeah, essentially to remove the zeros in Frog's numbers. So B2, the 2202 that Frog had would be 222, 223, and 221. I verified that all those are open on the road dock.
Cool.
And since they're all
It's-
together, it makes sense to kind of keep the numberings kind of close.
I very much doubt that we'll get to 10,000 numbered roads. I doubt we'll get to 10,000 numbered roads. I doubt that we'll get to 1,000 numbered roads. So there doesn't seem to be very much development there, to be honest. But I mean, it's a very regional network, so I'm slightly less bothered about that.
I think the intention is to build the roads to fill out that peninsula.
Mhm.
Yeah. In terms of the overall plan, I'm fine with this.
The plan is fine, yeah.
Yeah, the plan's fine. The comment about the town being owned by ZB7, who does seem to be somewhat active. I don't know what we should do with that, though.
I don't see that comment anywhere.
On the additional comment by
Oh,
Frog, Skelly
yeah.
like to comment on that.
What was the last scene on ZB?
4 days,
4
8
days.
hours.
Hmm.
And this is for the 222 road that would apparently go through that town.
Yeah, so that's not technically not an inactive bypassing. It's an inactive player.
Is ZB7 on Discord or anything like that?
I don't think so.
Oh, they are. If they're Python, right? Aren't they Pi0? PY0?
No, that's someone else.
Oh.
Yeah, no, those are two different. I searching for their name on the server. I don't see a real match. So
Okay. Because I see on Pi0 underscore. That's why I was wondering if that is that person on Discord.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are the same person unless there are two other Pythons, just that the Minecraft account got renamed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
They are green right now on Discord, so I was just trying to figure that out.
Oh, I see. Oh, sorry. Never mind.
Yeah. Looking through the thing, it just looks they've not really spoke much on the server. Most of it just seems to be joining, saying hi, and then and
And then leaving?
pretty much.
If they're not doing anything, that kind of still makes them inactive.
As I say, then we can invoke that exemption and say that you might be coming up in /scene, but that doesn't mean that you're active.
That usually
If they are going on,
it usually applies if we know the person's already been like. How do I explain this? It's if we know that they've been consistently inactive but just keep on joining. Just
like their
Right.
intent?
Yeah.
But does that apply in this case?
I don't think so. I think at the very least, Frog and Fork should probably contact this person. Well, DB. It's considering they're on Discord, they're available. Must be.
Can we just do maybe just pending, like approve pending they get the perms from ZB7?
That'd be fine.
I'd say so.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. I'm fine with that.
And are we renaming the roads as well?
Yes.
That'd be
Okay.
conditioned on that. They have to.
To
Yeah.
Yeah, to 221, 222, and 223.
Basically removing the 0.
Okay. Cool. So approved pending rename and permission check. So okay. Northwestern Canals by Noah. These are big.
I did note to Noah that usually when we approve canals, it's usually one at a time. This is many at a time. I have a feeling that we'll probably not approve all of them.
Yeah, I'd say you should pick one to do first, and then in subsequent GSMs, like if he finishes that one, then we can approve others.
Yeah,
But
and also
approving all
wise.
of these at the same time is a little excessive.
Does he say, or who's in in that Northwest Ocean that needs water access?
I think his
know-
own town of Itavanga is one of them. Not remembering who else.
It says
I
Las
believe-
Playas and Artemon.
If memory serves me correctly, the town just at the north end of S1 is owned by Modern, if memory serves me correctly. S3 is already half built. You can see that on the map.
Yep, that's Conric's Canal.
Yeah, it's partially built.
I think I
Yes,
saw.
I pinged Noah asking about if he had talked to Conric about taking over the project, and his response wasn't for him about that.
Yeah, I saw it.
Wait, isn't S1 Las Playas or the town near it?
Yeah, I think you're right, Kyle.
Yeah, so so it would basically be like Las Playas and Artemon, but Noah specifically gives up on projects very easily.
I want to say no to all. These are way too ambitious for what he's asking for, and there doesn't seem to be much of a good reason for them.
Yeah,
I think I'm tempted. Sorry, I think approving S3, considering that S3 by rights has already been approved and it's pretty much just taking over the project from someone else.
Well, I think, but we don't need to get involved with that though, because Conric has that canal and he already has an approval for it. He just needs to finish it. So S3 is a completely different route.
Yeah,
think
so
if
if Noah
we
wants
were
to
to
finish it,
approve-
he could talk to Conric, take it over.
Yeah, that doesn't
that's
need any
what I'd
involvement
say.
from us.
If
So,
we were
yeah.
to approve them, we should probably assign them, like, or at least have someone tell Noah how to do it, because, like, he's had us do a lot of poly select world edits that have not gone well, to say the least.
Poly
So,
Select's
and
a
these would
difficult one
involve-
anyway.
I was the
Yeah.
one who built most of Conric's canal, but
Personally, the
Not-
only one that I would be willing to look at would be S1, just because that's fairly short. All the other ones, I want to say no at this point.
S1
Okay.
wouldn't bring much benefit without S2, though.
That's the thing. Is like that. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't really make
Yeah.
sense. Like remember that this is about 1,1200 blocks in S2 of how long that canal is. And S4 is probably easily 2,000 or 3,000. So that's a pretty big distance. So
I guess for
Yeah.
future things that Noah can do, then if he wants to do, like S3 would probably be his best bet to talk to Conric, take it over.
work with Conric, and then
If he wants to do the rest of them, what should he do?
propose them one at a time and have a design. And also, I think as he gets better with the more kind of complex world edit, then I think we'll be more comfortable doing those kinds of things for him. So, because again, these are massive areas that we're talking about, and I know that we generally are a bit protective of trying to not do land scarring things. So, so I think just get more familiar with world edit and how that works and how that would be useful, and then propose them one at a time.
Sounds good to me.
So that one is
Alright.
denied.
That one is a full no. 6C B4 phase 1.
Alright. This is phase 1. Do we have a map of the other phases?
Red is phase 2. I don't know if there's anything beyond that, but so we're looking at the yellow and the orange segments of this road. I'm fine with this.
Yeah.
Would the yellow be bridge or tunnel? It doesn't. I can't see if it says that on the proposal.
Yeah, that's my question.
This phase of the B4 will start near the mountains in Cape Cambridge and turn in the west of Oceanside, bridging over the bay between the towns.
Oh,
So bridge.
okay.
Okay.
It will go
Yeah,
to
this seems fine
B50
with me.
according, like the full plan, according to King Snake.
Yeah, and it's a
So
really
it'll go
small
to the north.
bridge.
Yeah, I'm fine with this.
I'm fine with
Will
this.
would it allow? Would it? My one thing, if it is a small bridge, would it allow? But would it enable shipping through that under it?
I would.
As in, would it
I
be
mean,
realistically tall enough?
Painted is
that's
Painted is here, so he can answer that question. Painted, if you can answer
Say,
that
that's-
in live.
I'll say that is generally a condition of anything that we approve with a bridge, is make sure the boats can pass under it. But
Mhm.
One thing
Or
I am
make it
confused
openable.
about. One thing I'm confused about is a part of the orange section goes over the water. Like, what is that? The orange section on the far right, it just goes
Oh,
over
yeah.
like a little inlet. Like, is that
I
going to be a
assume
bridge?
that's another bridge. I don't know though.
Painted typing. Let's give him a sec.
Okay.
Painted, just
Trying to find where this is on time map.
Painted, just again to reiterate, the questions are: is the bridge high enough to allow for ships to pass through? And second question is, what is that other little part that goes over the water to the east?
Cape Cambridge is to the south of of Dand. So like the very south of on Dine map.
Ah, yes, I found it.
And it says, I
Yeah, but-
haven't worked out how tall I am making the bridge yet.
okay, but you are aware that you do need to make sure that boats can pass through it, right?
You should make it like about 20 above water. That's
Okay.
what I'd say.
Okay, he says yes. So
Okay.
Please no causeway.
then the second question of what is that little orange bit that goes over the water on the eastern side?
Actually, does sort of semi-related question. What's the black line on that map?
I think that's an existing road.
Or it might be a planned one.
Is there any reason why you can't use part of that existing road to continue instead of going over the water, maybe?
Oh, it's a plan road.
Plan road, okay.
Because it doesn't actually exist yet. So
But like, what's the orange thing?
orange. Oh yeah.
Right.
Aside from that routing question, I don't really have anything else. I'm fine with the road, assuming once that question gets answered.
Yeah.
Still just waiting on Painted to finish typing.
Yeah.
Yep.
On top of the ocean?
Oh, I assume he's doing a bit of landfill there. Okay.
Okay, so like, you're gonna build an artificial coast to like hold the road.
No, I think he means that he's going to build a neighborhood next to it and he's going to have the road go over the ocean so it avoids the neighborhood.
No, but it doesn't say like how he's gonna do it.
What happens? What goes between where the road is drawn and where the coast is now? I think that's the question that we're looking for.
Yeah, I'm confused by this answer.
Yeah, because I feel like it should just connect to that black line and then go right after that.
Yeah. Is there a reason why you aren't connecting to that black road instead?
would it help to be able to use voice rather than typing?
Yeah, I'd much rather, if possible, have them talk.
I know they've used voice chat before, so I was just wondering.
I have talked with Painted by Voice, but I'm not sure if he's most comfortable with it. It is
Yeah, so I was
delaying
wondering.
the ISM a bit, Painted, so please try to make your answers concise.
Would it help to maybe go to the next topic, or I think that would probably sidetrack?
We could if this is.
Yeah, I think if we return to this at the end of the meeting, then. And
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Move to
yeah,
60
we'll
for
come
now.
back to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's move on to 60.
This looks fine.
Yeah.
So as far as this one goes, I'm pretty sure Racer's road building skills are pretty good. So if he's taking the lead on this, then it should be fine.
No, Racer isn't the one doing the road.
Well, Racer's the one working with Jonathan on this road, right?
Jonathan
Correct.
proposed the road, but Racer is just kind of giving clarification by looks at where it finishes in the tiny extension of the B38 to get to the road.
Yeah, there's
I'm
nothing.
confused about this map because we've got a solid line and a dashed line, and there's no labels.
The dashed line is the line that Jonathan's planning to build through Hannibal.
Racer
but
is
what's the
currently
solid
typing.
line?
No,
What's the
that's
solid line?
That's the B38. Does
I
that
think that's
matches
already
with the
built,
B38?
right? Yeah, that road should already be built.
Like saying, the Stripey Road is the road I'm
Racer's
planning to build, the B354.
Racer says that he is helping Jonathan build the road.
By helping, do you mean like are you going to actually like? What do you mean by help? Like, are you going to work together on the road? Who's doing most of the building, really? But yeah, I will note the labeling on the map is terrible.
Right.
Yeah.
If you look, I'm in Hannibal right now. The road which would continue west is the B354. It's said in the agenda. I don't understand why the solid line is there, to be honest.
It's
But I
just
think-
marking out what other road it will junction
Yeah,
towards.
That's the B38.
And yeah,
But it's the same color and it's not labeled, so it's confusing.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Agreed.
So-
basically, just work on the map. That's it.
Pro tip to other people: label your shit.
It would also be nicer to have a more distinct color, say red
Label-
or purple.
Make your
also,
intent clear. Yeah.
Label your
That's what
maps
Racer
and
did.
don't handwrite on your maps. So,
But otherwise, I'm a little bit. Well, I'm conscious of it goes right through the mountain, so it's got right through the mountains. And
Does it specify if it's just going to tunnel through it? I don't see much wording around how it's
Well,
going
if
to
you look at the map
Seems to curve.
plan, it seems to like curve, yeah. And also, if it's just a 2-lane road, I don't know, like that's not too hard.
Yeah, we've done that. There's the road near C4, near Phoenix, near New Phoenix, and
I mean, there's literally Racer's Road, like the solid line, like that's one that goes through the mountains.
yeah.
Jonathan. Okay, so clarifications from Racer.
Oh,
Jonathan wants a 4-lane. Jonathan is doing most of the road work. Racer's only doing the intersection. So
Where does it say a 4
If
lane?
it's not Racer taking the lead, I'm not entirely sure about having Jonathan. Well, actually, Jonathan's road building is pretty decent as far as standards go. The only thing that I would say he would have to work on are appropriate inclines.
I don't think 4-lane is appropriate.
Do we have a
honestly.
sample of that? To be honest,
Check his town at P50. I think it's P52 or P53.
But like, why is it 4 lanes? This isn't like a gauge. If you're gonna gauge, you're planning on tunneling, but like going curving around, like that's like not very easy.
What's this town again? Benningberry, right?
His town is called Benningsbury, yes.
Okay, so yeah, I'm here. This is P52.
Okay. Based on what I'm hearing, though, like the map's not labeled. There's some details missing. I think just based on that, I'd say he needs to repropose this.
Yeah.
Because, like, if he wants
this needs to be resubmitted for GSM.
If he wants a 4 lane, he needs to provide some justification. Otherwise, he probably won't accept that. So.
Yeah, especially going through the mountain. Yeah.
I don't know a single person who's built a 4 lane that curves around the mountain. I don't think that's ever been done, especially by like such a new member.
It's possibly doable, but I think we would have to. It's possibly doable, but I think if we're committing to this, we would have to. Yeah, it's not massively feasible.
Yeah, seems like denying for now.
Yeah, it's fair enough, Racer. Like, yeah, you can tell people to add detail, but that's up to them to actually follow through on it. So.
Yeah.
So 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Denied.
Okay, that is a no.
This seems like a really small road on 6E.
Oh yeah, Racer did ask about his comment because he did have like a small proposal on his comment to extend B38.
Racer, because you sent your thing in as a comment, not an outright proposal, it's included with the original proposal, and I don't want to split it off. So I would say,
especially because,
yeah, this is all like it's all lumped together and very confusing. So I think the both of you need to resubmit.
Yeah,
yeah,
just
the
resubmit
B30,
it. You can resubmit it to the GSM. That, I mean, fairness, that's quite a clear map anyway. So
yeah, Racer, yours is fine. I think just submitting it as its own proposal, that's fine, and we can work off of that. But just the fact that you joined it on with this existing one means that your fate's kind of riding on, your fate's riding on whatever Jonathan's proposal does. So,
because there's no point for the extension if it's going to a denied road.
Yeah. So, I'd resubmit, and both of you can submit the proposal together and just say this is what the two of us are going to do. So. Okay, 6E B246 extension. I'm fine with this.
It seems a little bit. I know it's what's technically required is not its technically required length, but honestly,
I'm fine with this. If it has to go through a very quick bureaucratic wave of the hand, just so for consistency's sake, then so be it.
Short enough. It looks pretty
Yeah,
good.
it's fine.
It's a short straight line. Foot knows what he's doing. 7A. Next.
Yep.
No one wants to run an event called the Illuminati.
Spooky.
I have concerns because, I'll just note this. Noah's tried to do a previous event called the aircraft building competition. That got canceled.
It was like the air off.
Yeah, the AV off. That got canceled by lack of participation. So I do have to put in a question: will this get enough participation? Or
it's just him running the show, correct? Like it's just him running the event.
Yeah, just him.
How many people does he expect to participate?
He didn't say.
I think he said that. I had a talk with him the other day about the structure because I was concerned with the structure not being up to snuff. And I think he said he was expecting 6 people, but I can't remember for sure.
I think these prize amounts are out of whack or not proportional if it's only a 6-person event too.
Yeah, that's like less than most games of Get to X, like $1,500.
Get to X, if there's even a reward, is like $10 and it's paid out of the pocket of whoever runs it. So
yeah. So like for a small event, I would think like maybe like $300, $200 for like
I'm tempted to not knock a nought off of all of those. I tend
Like
to
a
knock a
0?
nought off of all of the prizes and say, just for simplicity's sake.
If we were to even do that, yeah, but
Wait, would we knock a digit
0.
off of the 30 participation, or would everyone get $3 for participating?
I mean,
It's yeah. It sounds like cutting off by 10th is might be too small. Maybe.
I think yeah, it's a little too small. I would maybe say if you quarter each of them, what is that?
Gotta
that
do
it's
math today.
375 for the winner. 187.50 for second, and then 125 for third.
Okay, I would say instead. I would say maybe just third them instead, because then you get 500, 250, and whatever the last number is. And I think that's not bad.
25,
that.
right? No.
Yeah. Okay.
And then $10 for participating.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
I'm
But
really concerned
this
about the money. I'm more concerned about it actually happening and running the event, because this seems like a pretty big event, and he doesn't have a history of running events.
To be fair to Noah, I believe the AV off was canceled because of lack of participation and not because he messed it up or anything.
right,
Yeah,
but
it's in fairness, even say the screenshot contest could, for some reason, have no participants at one point. As unlikely as that is.
I guess my question is, even though there weren't any participants, could there be things that he could have done to try to get more participants? I know he did try to advertise a little bit, but I'm just wondering if there's something else if there's something more that could be done to try to get people to participate.
I mean, that's on Noah's back then. Advertising it, putting on the events calendar.
Marketing stuff.
Yeah.
I know
marketing's not that easy, but
Noah did just join.
I mean, this seems like an easy enough. I mean, like it seems just sort of like it seems like Survivor in a sense, because it's like scheduled, but like has that sort of social aspect. It's supposed to last 1 to 2 hours, which I don't think is too bad. 6 to 7 UTC, that's not bad either. I mean, like I think the game itself won't be too hard to run, like especially because he doesn't have a bad history of event running. People just weren't interested in making planes.
So
there is a big difference between building something and let's face it, people do every day on the server, and good old game of social deduction.
That's fair enough. Noah's saying now 7 to 10 people if all goes well. So I'm not sure though. People joining can be temperamental. Okay.
I was about to say, how are you gauging interest? Are you just doing like a form, or out of curiosity?
He says
you have to type that out because he's not in the voice chat yet.
Noah's expressed.
You should do a poll in
Noah's
events
expressed
announcements.
interest.
I think if we approve this, see how it goes.
I think it should probably be approved based on a minimum participation level, because like if 2 people do it, then
I mean, if it gets postponed, I don't think has he put anything about scheduling on here?
Dates still TBD because there's no people right now.
Okay, so assuming there'll be a form goes out and running whenever most people are available.
Yeah,
I'm.
Oh, go ahead, AP.
So I was gonna say I'm in the approval camp.
I think like worst case scenario it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, worst case
scenario, he does it wrong, but like there's no evidence to suggest that he.
No, saying sometime in April for the event.
Okay. Yeah. As an aside, like thinking about, we've approved a bunch of events, but they just never get off the ground. I wonder if maybe there might be value, maybe as a policy change later on, that when you submit events, you have to at least gauge interest to see if people are going to want to play. It's not enough just to propose an event and then nobody shows up. That's not that's not great for anyone, right? So anyway, just a thought, maybe something to consider at a future meeting if this sort of thing keeps happening. But yeah, we can approve this. I'm fine with that.
Right. 7A approved.
TBA thought. I mean, like,
7B approved.
7B
Well,
approved.
wait. What about my request to be allowed to do minor edits to the Silver Spring Spleef Arena?
Yeah, that's fine.
Which
The old world one? Oh, that one?
Yeah, because
jeez.
it was used in the first Taco Burrito-thon, and I'd like to use it for this one since it's a commemoration of Taco Burrito-thon because it's the 20th.
I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
I think as long as it's roll it back and clean it up at the end, I think it's fine.
I mean, it's just like any other event deal, right? I mean, it's just like
Yeah, it's
tar.
not like I'm going to nuke it.
No, it's just like tar, where like you implicitly have permission to make temporary changes for the duration of your event, as long as you clean up after yourself and put it back the way it was. So
Yeah, as long as it's cleaned up, it should be fine.
yeah, I'm fine with this. Approved. Everyone,
I-
pound your desk. Ready? 1, 2.
Did you just slam your? Okay. All right, Judge.
Okay.
Okay. IAT for the town of Trivio, I think. is how
Hotel
it's-
Trivio.
So I do have a
Trivio.
concern about this, and it's not that Trivio is pretty close to Auburn, but it actually appears to be closer to a town owned by Modern Art at SW19, and I don't know if Misa has contacted Modern Art.
Just need my bearings on the map real quick.
It's
Like-
looks to. What were you saying, CC?
I was just trying to get my bearings on the die map real quick of where everything was on here. You said 19 is Modernstown?
Yes, it's a town owned by Modern Art.
But like
Hmm.
it does modern. Is it within 300 blocks of modern?
It probably is, even if it is technically outside the 300 block range. I'm not sure about basically encircling a part of Modern's town like that.
Oh wait, does Missa own a town on the other side?
Yeah.
Missa owns SW20, and he's trying to get to Rivio and
Oh.
annex it into SW20.
Okay.
So where I'm on die map is Misa's town. And then AP's in the Trivio.
Yeah, I'm hitting there now.
Modern's town is at SW19.
Yeah, no, I guess, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
hmm.
I agree, Skelly. I think at least Missa doesn't seem, at least in the proposal, doesn't seem to mention modern. So I would have at least liked to see a mention of that, or they try to contact modern.
I think Modern and Missa have a relatively good relationship because I've seen Missa as a DM of a couple of Modern's towns.
We do approve pending modern. If
What? What was that, anything?
if we have a tentative approval pending modern arts pending modern arts permissions. Again, if it does sound like there is that good working relationship there, so
My understanding of modern is currently very busy and inactive, so that might be difficult,
Yeah.
perhaps.
He's fairly active on Discord, at least somewhat.
Okay.
Yeah, you can reach out to him if you want, but like, do we need Modern's permission if like they have a good relationship and it's not like super advantageous to have a town right near it?
I think as a courtesy, I think I would have liked to see. It's possible Missa might have actually contacted modern, but didn't include it in the proposal. That's a possibility.
We just don't know.
You just don't know.
Are they here right now?
Neither
Don't.
neither of them are here.
No.
In which case,
I think AP's idea of pending it upon condition that modern is spoken to about it is, or at least was spoken to about it earlier, is a good idea.
Yeah,
Spoken to or given permission?
I'd say, well, okay, so modern is technically inactive right now, right? Inactive from Minecraft, but reachable through Discord. Is that correct?
He was online 2 days ago.
Yeah, modern. Okay. Just trying to think through what the least convoluted resolution looks like.
we could get Mr. to just resubmit and just get the instead of just making it all
As long as
conditional.
modern is fine with it, I'd rather just see it reproposed, like assuming modern. Like Misa talks to modern.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this needs to be reproposed with just an acknowledgement of having either attempted to contact modern or, ideally what the outcome of that is, just because that is very close. And also because because modern does come on and off, and I'd rather just be safe on that. Just so.
Mm-hmm.
That seems fine.
Okay, so denied resubmit with attempt to contact modern. Okay, 8B.
Raymond.
There's no map.
This is just MRT. Or no.
Oh, it's
Raymond.
XE40 station.
Yeah, there's nothing much. The only thing is the thing with Imperial, but I don't think that's really a barrier to approving the IET.
Imperial had some interesting ideas on how ownership should be handled, none of which are really codified, and I don't think any of them would be really efficient, especially since Foot told Imperial and has some sort of agreement that if Foot took control of the town, Imperial would be completely allowed to build in the town because Foot really only cares about his transportation projects. So I think just making Foot ownership is fine.
I'm fine with giving Foot ownership. I don't really care what their deal is.
I think
It's fine if he just owns it.
Oh, hi,
I
Volt.
think they sorted it out anyway,
Hi,
so
Volt.
I think I'm fine with just.
Hi, Volt. Good morning.
It's hi. I don't feel so good.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Anyway, carry on.
I think that's it.
So, yeah,
Okay,
not
sounds
much
like a
more.
yes. So this is a yes. Okay, so 8C we are pulling because it's a mess.
Nope.
And we're waiting on.
No,
hold
we
on,
are.
No,
It is partially.
only the last two.
Only the second part is removed. The Cody's IET, it's an IET for two different things: MRT Airlines and Kayla Cicada. The Kayla Cicada part has been removed because the ownership's being changed over right now. But Cody's IAT for MRT Airlines is still valid. We should still look at that.
Okay.
I'm fine with him getting MRT Airlines.
I'm fine with
Has
that.
he contacted lighting?
Lighting is inactive.
I think
lighting is inactive. I believe he
server, and I think
he had a
it's
pretty
hard to
big hand
contact
in.
him.
I believe Cody had a pretty big hand in MRT Airlines when it was a thing. So
yeah,
He
fine
did.
with
He's
that.
also
he's the
very.
logical successor.
He's worked a lot with Lightning too in the past of deputy mayors, as Cody also says.
Yeah, I don't really have a problem with this IET.
Yep, happy to prove.
okay, and now
We're going back to Painted.
Yes. Painted, I hope
Painted
you have.
didn't really respond, I think.
Yeah, Painted, I hope you
Painted has not responded.
Painted, I hope you have you've written out your response by now. So please post it.
Mm.
A reminder, the question we were asking was about kind of the plan for that between the orange line and the coastline, kind of your plan to do with that.
Yeah, it's not like super big, but like we just like would rather know, like bridge, tunnel, artificial coast, stuff like that.
If you want to be unmuted, let us know. We can do that.
Bridge. Okay.
Bridge over the water.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. As long, well,
Okay.
you don't even need it to be super high for ships because it doesn't go anywhere. So
It's so close to
Ginger
the
Yeah, I'm
said
fine with
bridge.
that.
Okay. Yeah, we just wanted to make sure that's that you had a plan for that. Okay, I'm happy to approve them.
Same
Go
here.
once, twice, sold.
Cool.
Okay.
42 minutes.
Cool. That's it for the agenda. Any last minute things that people want to bring up?
go watch MRT Vision at 1 p.m.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah, go watch it in 15 minutes for those of you who are not on California time. Reminder that there is server maintenance happening Wednesday/Thursday next week. We will announce specific details as we get closer to that, but just main and beta servers will have a couple reboots happening at other
Yeah.
times and whatnot. So
I'll have
just a reminder of that.
I'll have more details when that happens. Staff, as an aside, I will privately let you know some things for your information. I have ideas. Also, a reminder: moderator nominations are open for the April GSM. That closes next week, I think. Yeah, sometime.
Next weekend.
Some date. Yeah.
It's Sunday the 3rd, so you have a little over a week to submit. So, okay. I think that is it. I think we can close this for now. If anyone has any pressing questions, CC and I'll be hanging out for a little bit here. But otherwise, I think that is it. Thanks, everyone.
Just as another quick thing, if time zones will be changing DST starting and ending in various places over the next couple of weeks, please for events and things, please check your clocks.
And in case anyone wonders why we use UTC for everything, this is why. So
Yeah.
it's because
And
daylight
not
saving
British stand.
daylight saving sucks, and UTC just keeps ticking. So yeah, London, it's a whole mess of some countries I think are, some aren't. I don't know. It's weird. But anyway.
Arizona doesn't, but then California does right next to it. So like sometimes we're in the same
Oh
time.
yeah, and then the reservations in Arizona do use it, but then a reservation
Yeah.
inside of the Navajo reservation doesn't use it.
And
So it's like
there's 100-mile stretch of line that if you were to drive across that straight line, then you have to change your clock like 8 times.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
I say we just abolish time zones. Just all just use UTC. I don't care if it's
Yes.
it's sunny outside.
Make it so that me going to bed at 4 a.m. is normal.
4 a.m.
That's
That's